I feel really unsafe in Hong Kong. I can't sleep. I can't focus on doing anything. What I can do is just thinking if there is anything they can put as an evidence to send me to jail.
I had my gear prepared, like the helmet and then like goggles, like respirator.
Most of the time during the protests, I just protest peacefully. We will not try to escalate the tension by violence means, but some of them they do, and I understand, I accept them.
I think we are that kind of protester that we have been branded as a rioter, but according to the government, getting chased by the police, getting shot by them. Some of my teammates has got caught and then they are jailed, and then some of them are vanished. I have no idea where they are.
In the past few years, the government of China has been repressing freedoms and instilling fear in the groups that it deems a threat. One of these groups are the inhabitants of Hong Kong, particularly those who took part in the 2019 and 2020 protests. Hundreds of thousands of Hong Kongers are expected to leave Chinese territory in the coming years. Many of them will come here, to the UK, using the Hong Kong BNO visa scheme, which opened at the end of January. I'm Laurie Waplington, and this series will follow Hong Kongers as they apply for the right to stay and work in the UK. Their trials, tribulations, and hopefully successes in making a life here.
My friend got arrested and then they applied the national security law on him. He just told me that this case you won't stand a chance. You should leave. He just sent this line and then he deleted his account. I take a look on my Telegram. Half of my contact list has deleted their account. And then I just realized that wow, this is the end.
The ongoing situation in Hong Kong, especially after the implementation of national security law, there's a greater political pressure targeting the protesters. I would come to UK to look for maybe an opportunity to stay, to experience another kind of life, more freedom.
There was like around 40 hours for me to pack up my thing, to say something to anyone who is important to me. I have left my girlfriend in Hong Kong. I didn't tell her about anything about the protest because her family is working in the government. When I decided to leave, I didn't tell her anything.
We are escaping from Hong Kong because of the greater political pressure, and that's the political concern. But moving here, the other concern is economic. Whether we can live well here, our children, our next generation can have proper education, proper living, and that's the concern,
I do not want Hong Kong people become like an extinct animals. So if there's a day that I will have my own kid, I would definitely teach him Cantonese.
I don't have to stick with particular identity or ethnicity. I'm a Hong Konger. We are born in an international city, so we grown up with a lot of foreigners. That's the reason why I appreciate the atmosphere here in UK, because you can see a lot of different ethnicity. They can get along with each other very well.
Taking a sleep, I always dreamed that I'm still in Hong Kong. I'm still working in my previous company in Hong Kong. I really miss everyone in Hong Kong. I really want to tell them that I'm still alive.
The UK government has offered a lifeline to Hong Kongers. Those with a British national overseas passport can apply for visas and eventually citizenship. But few are expecting an easy journey, and many look set to fall through the cracks.
The British government's BNO offer is a courageous and generous one. I think the biggest area of concern regarding those who might fall through the cracks are those who were born after 1997 who don't qualify for the BNO, but in many ways are some of the most vulnerable people in Hong Kong, young people who took part in the protests in 2019. Currently, the only route they have is the asylum route.
I think with the current government, first thing to say is that they are very generous with the BNO scheme, that they have decided to open up the way they do. You know that there's going to be quite a significant number of them who will take advantage of this scheme. And I think the UK government should kind of take more of a proactive approach to anticipate what is coming, because right now we feel that it is very much of a kind of reaction-based approach, which is not very effective because a lot of things are not necessarily very clear.
In my heart deeply, I just know that this count is paid up by my friend, paid up by their blood, paid up by their freedom.
I'll be putting out episodes following these and other brave Hong Kongers as they grapple with their new lives here in the UK. Subscribe to be notified when the next chapter of this story gets told.